What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you my prediction against the spread on the 10 biggest games for college football week 1. Of course, if you missed it, I already put out a video going over the entire slate, every single game for week 1, spreads, totals, anything I could think of in kind of a rapid fire fashion. So check out that video. You don't want to miss that. Some of my early opinions. That video was uploaded on Sunday. Guys, before we jump into the picks, man, red hot and premium. I mean, scorching hot, but this is normal for me. Nice little run here in MLB. We cash another parlay. So congratulations to one of my newer clients on the text list. A good day to join. You know, there were some real basic lines in baseball here on Monday. Wasn't really loving them. They felt like a little too easy. Yankees on the run line was one of those. Thought that momentum from avoiding the sweep against Boston would carry right on over, especially at home with the wind blowing out. Probably a big offensive day against a bad Nationals team. Just felt too easy is what I'm trying to say. But we ended up using them in a parlay. We went with a parlay. I've just been cashing these alt line parlays for years. It's one of my bread and butter things. A lot of people hate on parlays, but those are people that parlay bets that should be straight. I mean, if you're going to do a parlay, you want to parlay pieces where it's really going to take something crazy for you not to cash your ticket. I don't really like parlaying, a spread or a total as is. If you like a bet as is, then just bet it individually. And 99% of my bets in premium are straight wagers. So I'll leave you guys with that. Just wanted to give you an update. Of course, I went 4-1 in week 0 of college football. Already off to the races there, up about 4.5 units, 4.4 units in college football. Just simply missing on Kansas State money line there in week 0. So everything's fantastic. NFL, another week. We'll get to that as well. But guys, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, do you just want to cash a stupid amount of money every single sport, every single year? I don't know how you can hesitate any longer, guys. danspicks.net. I put the link to my website right in the description of today's video. You can get a week of picks, a month, a year. It does not matter. Everybody goes on the same text list. And it's a text list. I text everything directly to your phone. You just simply copy it. I'll give you the plays, the odds of those plays, and how many units to put on each wager. Those texts are just my bets. I predict all these games here, right here on YouTube on a weekly basis. I go over every single game, every sport, every year. I give you my spreads, totals, everything I'm thinking. But the ones that I actually bet myself, those are what I text out to my clients on the text list. So again, can't recommend it enough. danspicks.net. But let's go ahead and jump into these games here. I'm going to bring up Outlier Sports. 10 big ones, man. We got 10 big ones. There's a lot of cool games this week, and I think there's actually some large spreads that are going to cover with ease. But for now, we're going to stick to the top 10. Let me make sure you guys can see this okay. Yeah, over here on Outlier. So we'll scroll down again, the top 10. So we will start with this one. Nebraska-Cincinnati is going to make my top 10 games of the week. I'm going to go with Cincinnati here. I'm going to take the points. No, don't rush to bet this one. I think a lot of money will come in on the Cornhuskers here. They should have the crowd. I'm very familiar with the coaching staff. I went to West Virginia University, so I know the OC very, very well. I mean, don't know him. I know his daughter. Crazy story. God, do I even want to say this on the internet? What if Dana Holgerson's watching this video? I tattooed Dana Holgerson's daughter at my house in college. Fall of 2016, I believe it was. It definitely was. Fall of 2016. It was the second year. Met her and the defensive coordinator, Tony Gibson's daughter, at a house party. And then they came back to our place after. Long story short, I'm familiar with the program. It just seemed it touchdown. No. We got to see it, man. We got to see Nebraska here. The quarterback, kind of a showboat type of a guy. Fun, entertaining program. Dana Holgerson is the OC. I expect fireworks. I expect him to have the offense up to par. I don't know what we're going to get with the defense there. Cincinnati, man, they're very competent. They got some guys back. They got some defensive players. They got a quarterback. They got decent coaching staff. I mean, Cincinnati, they've been quiet here for a couple of years. That's a good program. I don't think they're that far apart. A full touchdown, neutral site game. Again, neutral site game. It's going to be heavily in favor of Nebraska. I just think it's too many points. And honestly, Outlier here, the software is showing a 6.5. based on the odds, but I think there's a 7 out there for sure. You guys can shop around and find a full touchdown. And with the money coming in on Nebraska, I'll tell you what, we can check it real quick as well. We can check the public betting information so far. Yeah, look at the spread money, guys. Currently, now the handle's not very big. There's not a ton of money wagered on this yet. It's early in the week. A lot of money is going to pour in closer to game time. We all understand that. But as of right now, 96? Are you kidding me? 96% of bets against the spread are on Nebraska. 84% of the money. I mean, money line Cincinnati, I think, is worth a look. But I'll take the points. We'll see how high it gets. A full touchdown. If I had a wager on that one, that's the way I'd go there. Right under it here, Miami, Ohio, and Wisconsin almost made the top 10, but it did not quite make it. Auburn and Baylor, interesting here. Look, it's a coin flip game. I think the spread's accurate, but I do think it should be Baylor minus 2.5, not getting points. I like Baylor here. I do think they win the game outright. I think they have better coaching staff. I think Sawyer Robertson has potential. I just see an equal game, and then I'm just going to lean on a more trustworthy coaching staff and home field advantage. It's as simple as that. You're going to give me a couple of points, I'll take them. Give me the 2.5 with Baylor in that one. Under that game, we got Georgia Tech, we got Colorado, Dion. I will say, now that it's been a full year since last year for college football, I do miss watching Travis Hunter play football. I mean, he's electric, man. I kind of wish him and Shador were still playing here in Colorado. I'd love to watch them on a weekly basis. They were a lot of fun to watch. I think Colorado lost too much. This spread's gotten out of control. It's above 4.5, but what are you going to do? I still think it's the right side. Where would I say, give me Colorado? Probably like that Cincinnati spread. I mean, a full touchdown, I'd probably say pump the brakes. At home elevation week 1, Georgia Tech is a favorite. Numbers are trash. I understand that all. I just think that the rosters are not close. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech here. Yeah, definitely not thrilled to lay 4.5. I mean, 2.5 would be beautiful under a field goal, right? I'll go ahead and lay the 4.5, though. I think they can win by a touchdown. So, Texas, Ohio State. I think the spread is awesome. I think it's super accurate. And I think above everything else, you guys should just watch this game for entertainment purposes. I don't think anybody has a clue what's going to happen. I mean, Arch Manning, first big start in a big environment. Ohio State kind of coming down off of I don't know if they're coming down off of a natty, but I don't know. Explosive players, both sides, playmakers, lights, cameras, action, entertainment, college game day. It's just going to be crazy. Is it going to be like a scoop and score, strip sack, fumble? That's going to be the game deciding play. Could it be one of those type of things, a special team punt return? Something like that might give one team the edge. I'm going to go with Ohio State, though, currently, and there's no way I'd be laying 2.5. I would just go ahead and find the cheapest money line price I could get. I can't stand certain YouTube channels and certain professionals in this industry that will actually recommend you to lay a 1.5, to lay a -2, to lay a -2.5. It's idiotic. Go with the money lines. Don't be greedy out here. Now, if you like Texas, I'm a horns down guy coming from West Virginia. If you like Texas in this game, if you think Arch is going to have a good game and the rest of the roster will back him up, I think the X factor is completely Manning. If he has a good game, I think Texas does win. So if that's the way you think, if you do like Texas, don't go with the money line. Please grab the 2.5 points. It really can help you out certain times, man. So, by the way, what happened to this? Did that just totally glitch? Well, we're just going to keep rocking here. When I just peeked back at the screen to make sure you guys were seeing the right thing, I didn't see outlier pulled up. So hopefully you guys were still seeing that, the graphic at least. But yeah, I like Ohio State on the money line. Let's move on. Let's keep going. What else made the list? This one made the list, of course. Alabama and Florida State. I see 13.5, but I think there's 2 touchdowns out there. Is there not? Let me check on my phone real quick. I'll also swing over here to Pickett Sports. which also has the odds. Is this still a 13.5? Boy, I could have swore there was a 14 out there. Fanatics does have a plus 14, and I'm going to lean on that side. I'm going to lean on Florida State getting 2 touchdowns here. I think this is a huge game. Last year was just atrocious. This is a proud program, good coaching staff. Alabama doesn't have their number one running back. Man, they got some electric receivers, but can Florida State be competitive and hang in there? I think they can. Saturday afternoon, it's going to be a big crowd. Love the stadium that they're playing this game in. Too much energy. Bama, just get in, get out, win by 7 or 10 points. No need to cover 2 full touchdowns. And the total's only 50. Not really a high total. So consider that as well. I'm going to take the points with Florida State in that one. LSU and Clemson. Before we jump into that one, guys, friendly reminder, competition, big one coming up here on the SoBet platform. They're running on these platforms almost at a weekly basis now over on SoBet. I'm one of the pros on the SoBet platform. I have kind of a description about SoBet in the description of today's video if you want more info on it. But I give out about a pick a day on that platform. So you guys can sign up, get a subscription to the SoBet platform extremely cheap. We're talking like 15 or 20 bucks for an entire month. There's me and 60 plus other professionals on that platform that give out their picks as well. So you're not going to get all my picks like the text list does, my actual premium, but you'll at least get some of them. You'll get about 6 or 7 per week. You'll get free entries into all these competitions. You guys can see all the money given away in just the month of September. It's only going to go up as the platform grows. So really, really cool, man. For about a $20 bill a month, you get picks from me, you get picks from 60 other guys. Cool platform, a lot of information, free entries in a weekly competitions where you can win substantial amounts of cash. I think it's a no-brainer. A link to SoBet is right in the description of the video. Let me pull this back up here, and we'll get to this big game, LSU and Clemson. 3.5. I think there's 4s out there as well. I was seeing some 4s when I recorded earlier today. Let's check some early public betting information on this one. And speaking of all this betting information, these public money splits on unders and over, all this data, all these sample sizes up here in the top right, you can check injuries, you can look up matchup summary, all this information, this whole entire platform, Outlier software. I have a link in the description for a free trial. No need to pull out your pocketbooks, guys. An entire week free trial. We have games Thursday through Monday, college football this week. There's baseball as well. Get on here, guys. Take advantage of that free trial. Once you realize how good this platform is, then you can continue with the subscription. It's dirt cheap to get on this platform, but at least do the free trial. All these games this week, I mean, you can go through all this information, come up with some big parlays if that's what you want to do. You want to make one of those lottery ticket type plays, but at least get on here and check out the whole platform. It's free for a week. If you're not like head over heels in love with it after a week, then you're good to go. It's no problem. You don't have to have a subscription, but hop on here for a week. Link in the description at Outlier. So right now, at least early, again, the handle on this game is not going to be very big. A lot of sharp action on the under early. I kind of agree with that. I think both defenses are really, really good, and we don't know LSU for being defensive in recent times, but I think they've made that kind of an emphasis lately. I think both coaches will kind of have a game plan to minimize possible mistakes. So that would lean towards an under. So I kind of lean towards the under on that game. But this is a spread prediction video. A little bit of sharp action on Clemson. Maybe as the line creeps up and up and up, LSU looks a little bit more enticing. And you know what? I'm kind of torn on this one, guys. To be honest, I'm kind of torn. Let me get back to my spot here. But 3.5, 4. I mean, when do you buy back on LSU? You know, if someone was going to ask me right now, how many points do you need to take LSU? How many would I need? I think I'd need a full touchdown. I think I would need a full touchdown. Now, does that automatically mean I'm going to bet Clemson? No. And in today's video, all these spread predictions, I don't know if I'm betting any of these big games today. I know you guys are interested. A lot of people are going to watch these Saturday night, 7:30. We're all going to watch this game. So I'm trying to get you my thoughts. Of course, if you want to know the games I actually bet, you got to get on the text list. But I'm going to lean Clemson still. I think it's just still a little too low. Night game at Clemson. This roster, LSU's history in these openers, it stinks that it's north of a field goal. I'm going to lean that way. I'm going to lean Clemson to get the job done. Cover the big number, man. I think that crowd's going to have a lot to do with it. If you guys are interested, I do have a car YouTube channel as well. You can check that out if you're interested. BMW M3s, 340s, a lot of high horsepower modified tune cars, man. Corvettes, like all that good stuff. So check out my car channel if that's of any interest to you guys. Keep scrolling down here. What else made the top 10 list? Utah and UCLA squeaked into my top 10 game this week. Got a spread of 6 here currently. Spread of 6. Man, I really like the coach of Utah. I like the program overall, but do they have the horses to get by this one and cover 6? Or is this a field goal type game? You know, I'm gonna just ever so slightly lean towards UCLA in this one, I think. We'll see if it gets up to a full touchdown. That would make me feel much better about it. Some things I like Utah better, but this still is not a home game. UCLA can be scrappy. Game 1 of the year. Utah is pretty popular. Almost a touchdown. I guess I'll lean taking the points in that one. Virginia Tech, South Carolina here. North of a touchdown now. Again, not the greatest line. 5.5 would be better to get under those key numbers of 6 and 7. I still think it's the right side. I think Virginia Tech has had some recent injuries, so they're not at full power. Enormous amount of pressure on that coach. The program's been bad. ACC versus SEC in general, no good. I think the Gamecocks, they got pretty high expectations this year. I think anything in the single digits, I'd have to be betting South Carolina in this spot. Should be a pretty impressive environment. I might see if I can even get to this game. I might make a move and go to it. Notre Dame and Miami here. Big game, 2.5 point spread. We got some really good games here with 2.5 point spreads. The Auburn Baylor game, this game, and the Ohio State Texas game. 2.5 point spreads. We're in for an amazing week 1, guys. And I might as well take one last opportunity, not to try to sell you something, but my God, man, 4-1 plus 4.4 units in premium last week. This week's going to be even better. I have like twice the amount of picks. I have bigger picks. I have parlays. I have straight bets. I have totals. I got everything this week. Get on premium. I'm also on a 5-1 run in the MLB. We are just cashing at an alarming rate right now. I just don't know how you can pass this up. Link to my website in the description. Again, you can get a week of picks, month of picks, a year of picks. Does not matter. Put you on the text list. I'll send you my plays on a daily basis. Start winning, guys. Seriously. Just stop messing around. Let's get back to this game, though, with this 2.5 point spread. I'm gonna have a similar mindset as what I said with the Baylor game. 2.5? Yeah, I agree with the 2.5. Just not on the right side, though. I think Miami okay, no. Miami should not be favored 2.5. It should be a pick 'em. I'm going to go with Miami here. I'm going to take the 2.5 points. I think they're going to win the game outright. Notre Dame, it's tough. Runner up in the Natty. Exceptional running backs, great line of scrimmage, great coaching staff. Good program. Program's in a good spot right now. But at the end of the day, if there's a team to scheme for, it's just a boring run the ball type of a team. Like Jeremiah Smith on Ohio State, Ryan, whoever, I'm having a mind blank right now, the big receiver for Bama, the big playmakers, Travis Hunter when he was at Colorado. You can't scheme for that. You can double them. It doesn't matter. They're going to make plays, and you're just going to have to clap for them. That's not really the case, in my opinion, with Notre Dame. They're not flashy. They're going to want to grind this game out. Miami, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of new stuff, a lot of new faces. Carson Beck down there from Georgia. Look, I think Miami can hang in there, make a couple explosive plays. They're a little bit more erratic, a little bit more flashy, but man, Notre Dame, I love the players. I love the old school, just grind your way to the finish. But in week 1, I think that's bad news. I think there's a good way for the DC of Miami to scheme up a way to slow down the run. And if you slow down the run, Notre Dame's got big question marks at the quarterback position. I'm going to go with Miami here. I think Miami gets this win. The only thing that kind of is a bummer is Miami, like, it's not one of these big home field places. Like, who in Miami is going to want to go to a football game? You know, people are out doing crazy stuff in Miami. So it's not like, you know, you're up at Camp Randall or Mountaineer Field, Morgantown, like none of that. So I wish they had a little bit more of a home environment, but maybe game one, Notre Dame in town, maybe it'll be a bit more buzz for that one. And then the final game here to make my big list for week one is TCU in North Carolina. North of a field goal, the hype on Belichick. Let's check some early betting information on this one, see how public UNC is. And I couldn't be more wrong. Again, super, super, super early. This could all change in a snap of a fingers over the next few days. Currently, 80% of the bets are on TCU, only 40% of the money. A spread of 3.5. I mean, 3.5. I'm still gonna go with TCU, man. Give me the public side. I still got to ride with TCU in this one. Sonny Dykes, good quarterback, better program. Really, Bill Belichick some money, a young girlfriend, gold digger, some lights, cameras, and action. That's enough to cover 3.5 points against a much better program that's established. Big 12 versus ACC. I can't get there. Anything under a touchdown, I think I'd have to look TCU. So there you go, guys. My spread predictions for the top 10 games this week. And don't forget the ladder challenge. We cashed our week 0 ticket, cashed it easily. I will have the week 2 ticket out here very soon, possibly tomorrow. I got to decide if I'm going to use some games on Thursday that will be involved in the ticket. Again, I used every single game for the week. I, handpick what I think is worth going on the ticket. We're going to cash week 1 here. Absolutely no doubt. Week 1, which will actually be bet 2, $184 wager. It's going to cash, guys. Do not miss my ladder challenge videos. Do not miss it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Turn those notifications on. Drop a like on the video and let me know in the comment section what you think about my spread predictions in today's video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video.